There we go.
Woo!
Woo! So professional, right?
Hey, man.
So, where we're at so far then is one disqualification and one crash. What happened with the crash? Do we know? Did we see?
Nope.
So if one car
like
out, two cars.
2 cars out now. Brilliant start.
Two cars out, and no show is a game crashed.
Yeah.
So it's
Done.
great
So
all over the field. Oh no, Hardy's game crashed, and no show's internet went down. Sweet. This is all going to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly to plan. Don't even know who to watch. Easton, I suppose. He's on a fine lap.
Why not?
All right.
A little bit deep there.
Yellow flag's flying. I think that's probably going to be something we'll see a lot of today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, he's out.
no!
Oh,
Well, there
man.
you go.
Just a little too hard at 14. Unfortunate. Clips the grass, goes into the wall. And Easton is out of qualifying. That's our 3rd car out.
Yeah, that's how not to do it. Oh, well, these things happen. Look, I'm getting slated now for not putting. I can't do everything right, okay? Being criticized.
41.
Look, I'm not
It is
perfect.
indeed Div 41.
Div 41, the band. Look, I fixed it. Be happy, please. Hello, James. Yes, we're back with some stunning Div 1 action where we have 3 cars crashed out. Well, one of them set. Oh, there goes another.
Oh.
There goes a Red Bull. At least they're not crashed yet. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from this today. But there's a replay, so you can watch it again. Witness it in all its glory. That's a big snap. I mean, these guys are going to be pushing, obviously, with this only being a short quali session.
Oh, yeah. Eight minutes left. Very interesting. 'Cause three drivers, still no laps. Ooh, another little spin there. A little bit of oversteer from Cesar.
At least no show is back. Not a no show. What a result. I suppose we should be watching them. We'll see. I know Vettel's not going to finish this lap because it's invalidated. Here comes Mr. Blaze then.
Flying lap for Blaze underway.
Finally, let's see what the man can do. I mean, a 2-minute 9 is not... I wouldn't even call that like a benchmark, like a banker time. That is just... Is it scouting? Pace notes, maybe? On his way through the hairpin. All the way down to Spoon. Yes, I will be commentating on Div 5 as well, James. Don't you worry. I'll be there for your next race win. Oh, Vettel's out. Vettel's binned it on the hairpin. That is
Four
poor.
out now.
Four out in a 12-car lobby.
Brilliant
people,
stuff.
People say Division 5 is the worst division in this league. Blaze taking a lot of curve through 130R there. That is brave. Around the final corner.
Ooh. Another snap. Everyone's snapping today.
Everyone. Hey, going off for P6. His no-show will still get out here, but starting to cut it a little fine. Crazy Fish is out on a lap, but 7 seconds slower than their previous best.
5 minutes left. Almost everyone within a second here.
Yeah, it's a Red Bull 1-2. Obviously, looking at the standings, it's very close at the top. There's something like 16 points, I think, between second and sixth in the constructors. AlphaTauri are ways ahead, though, and they only have one person showing up today, and they're out, disqualified. So, I mean, obviously they'll be there for the race, but it'd be interesting to see a 12 to 1 scenario here, but we'll find out. There's a big tow situation going on there. A Red Bull dragging a Mercedes all the way down. I suppose that is Blaze on an in lap, so nothing to worry about. And a Red Bull on a 4-minute lap. And Blaze does indeed swing into the pits. His teammate still in the pit lane, despite rejoining. Still yet to race.
Cesar on quite the lap here.
Yeah, 3/10 up on the previous best around the final corner now and across the line. Touch of DRS. 129.5. That is streaks ahead of anybody else so far today. That's a big ways out in front. Drastic Blaze not happy with the commentary, saying that it's putting him off. God, I spent 30 frantic minutes trying to get this stream up, and then I get criticised. It's just not fair. That's the RSF1 experience. Sign up and put the link in chat. Okay, no show is having more internet issues, so we probably won't see that second Mercedes in quali at least. James is out, but not on a flyer, but I think he's starting one now, so we'll see what the Red Bull can do here.
Decent start through 1 and 2 there.
A little bit of a early downshift, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and stable though through the S's. Oh,
Oh!
I've got to stop talking. This happened last time. The commentary curse is very real, and I need to stop tempting fate with it.
And that is
Oh dear.
both Red Bulls. Wow. 5 cars remaining in this 12-car short qualifying.
Taken out by a McLaren there was James's Red Bull front right wheel decapitated from the rest of the body. Drastic for pole, says Hicklin. It's possible. It is theoretically possible. Here we go then. What is the man going to be able to do?
Oh, I guess.
Okay, so we're learning very quickly today that I shouldn't talk ever.
That's the third, fourth car to go out in the same spot too.
Yeah.
Well, the S's are a car killer.
Claiming another victim. And we have 4 cars left. Well, 3 cars left, really. And that's us. That's us wrapped up. Oh. What just happened? Did Evo just move on top, or was that... Am I going crazy? I don't know what just happened there. But Evo will lead the way. Down to turn 1 in the race here. By a way. Yeah. I'm convinced he wasn't on the timing tower for me, but he must have been. Then Cesar, then Muddy Biscuit, then Crazy Fish, then James, Unity, Drastic Blaze, Aldaf, RSF1 Val. No shows Eastern, and Matthew, not setting times. No shows with internet issues, but we'll hopefully be back. And Hardy in the AlphaTauri disqualified for
6 DNFs in one short qualifying.
Wasn't 7th went to pole when you on the replay. There we go. That'll be why. See, I'm out of it just because I'm. It was very frantic getting in here, but I'm glad we are, as our favourite T-posing engineers show their dominance once again. A staple now, week in, week out. You'll love to see it. As we await our drivers to ready up. Yeah, I mean, you've got to finish, right? But as long as you finish, you're going to get a point. Because I imagine we're going to see a couple people spin here. If we've seen 4 cars go out in the exact same point in short quali, I imagine we'll see it a few more times during the race. 3 DNFs by lap 4 is the prediction from Hicklin.
Might agree with that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. If I were a betting man, I would be backing that. Honestly, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to say 3 DNFs by lap 2. But we'll see. With it being such a condensed lobby, I imagine we'll see some risky moves. I mean, really though, in a situation like this, it would be smarter to play it safe and not go for anything stupid. But this is the F1 game.
We are gonna see a lot of conservative drivers around the S's, I'm sure.
Potentially. I think we'll see a hefty amount of turn 1 dive bombs here. I'd be surprised if we didn't see anyone off in the gravel on the left-hand side. But we'll find out. 25 seconds to go and counting before this race gets underway. I think what probably will be telling is how many people we see survive the formation lap. That might give us an indicator of how the rest of this is going to go. As we await the green light. Oh. The AI car of no-shows getting an early start. There we go. They're away. Oh. Reversing again. There we go. There's something so endearing about the AI on this game and the decisions that they make constantly. It's always a wild one. No spin so far. I'm not too surprised by that, but here we go. Double check what tyres everybody's on. Couple
Mix
hard
of
runners.
mediums and hards.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's nice to see.
Both Red Bulls on the hards.
Controversial.
One stop probably the best strategy here, albeit I certainly do expect at least one safety car this race.
Yeah. Interesting that Hardy at the back there has stuck on the hards. But I guess playing the long game when you're driving from the back, maybe the right call, especially in such a small lobby too. You're never going to be that far away from the leader.
Indeed.
With the field being so small, only one DRS zone at this track, but with the long back straight here that they're taking, you can generally get a pretty good run and stay within that 1 second magic window. barring any severe mistakes through Sector 1 in particular. As we've mentioned a few times, we've seen 4 people make a pretty critical one so far already. One driver out at the hairpin too. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be a chaotic one. Right, now we pick a poor soul to watch through turn 1. I think I'm going to lean towards James. I know that his Red Bull teammate ahead of him there is on the hards and going to be gunning for the lead, but see often the guys in the midfield can get quite a good run. So, as the lights tick down, there's 5. And they're away. It's a pretty good start from Evo by the looks of things, but a fantastic start from Muddy Biscuit as well. He's nearly getting alongside the Red Bull ahead of him there. Going to slot in behind, but fends off the Williams very well. Side by side, go the McLaren and Red Bull further back. There's been contact. The Mercedes of Drastic Plays losing a few positions, but managing to stay fairly safe so far. He bumps the Alpine ahead of him. Now he's in danger from the Aston Martin behind as well. They're going side by side. Easton getting through the S's. The car's off in the gravels. A Red Bull going the wrong direction. Yellow flags flying, but no one out just yet. A pretty safe start to the race.
Brilliant start by Evo here. Already almost a second gap back to Cesar.
There's contact made further ahead between Unity, Hush and Crazy Fish, the McLaren and Williams there. They've both managed to keep their cars pointed in the right direction, but a little bit of drama, a little bit of contact. We'll see as this lap unfolds if there's any damage to either of those.
1 second gap between the entire top 4 here, each of them individually. Evo, great start, rocketing it out from the start. Great turn 1, no contact. Very fluid start to the race from the top 4. Just looking to get back in DRS.
Vettel is going to try and he thought about it, used a lot of ERS there to try and stick it around the outside of Unity Hush on the way through 130R. Decided not to go for the move, ran out of room quite quickly, took the runoff area, but is continuing to pull away from the Mercedes behind him, which is probably going to be the key here. And 3 positions gained so far. He's looking for another one into turn 1. He's going to... Just about. Tried to send one up the inside. Recovered nicely. Could have been disaster, though.
Disaster indeed. Pretty spread out grid so far. Not many close battles here. The RS will be activated in a few laps here. Should condense the grid a little bit.
So with the 2 drivers that we had who were in AI from the start, they've now both been disqualified. So we're left with 10. So if you finish now, you get points, which probably means we'll have a fairly dull race here. I say, trying to jinx it. Because these drivers will just be playing it as safe as possible. But equally, there's a few guys here who won't often find themselves in the top 10 in a full grid situation and have the potential to score a really huge haul of points. As I said, it's 16 points between 2nd and 6th in the Constructors' Championship. So there's an opportunity to move up quite significantly here, especially with the championship leader, AlphaTauri, scoring 0 points today.
Looking at the back of the grid here, the Aston Martin of Ala Daff. I believe he took contact on the first lap, is pitted. He's on fresh mediums.
Mediums here probably going to last a fair amount, but reckon we'll see him on the softs by the end of the race?
Ooh, we'd have to stretch that quite a bit there. I definitely think it's possible. Yeah, we'll see.
Love a bit of excitement. Vettel is continuing. Oh, I've got to stop saying people's names. The Alpine in P6 Um, continuing to drain his battery. So, this is terrible.
Oh,
Every time I swap to someone else, this is nearly taken out by the Red Bull there. I was gonna say that Vettel is using a lot of ERS here and was closing the gap up to Unity quite quickly, but struggling to get in front. Switched back to Mercedes Blaze, put too much power down, going through the hairpin, found himself in the wall, nearly got taken out by that Red Bull, but just about avoided it. This is going to be a long race. Battle for P2, currently the closest on track. With Muddy Biscuit trying to close down on that Red Bull.
mediums versus hards in this situation here. Just got to keep close. Let the tire difference do the work for
Yeah.
him.
There's a spin and a crash. James in the Red Bull further down the field. That's going to bring out the safety car. It's a full
Oh boy.
real life safety car. I wonder if we can see there. He's gone off on the right hand side through the exit of turn 1. See if we can spot his car. Yeah, just in the wall there on the right-hand side. So Aldaf is going to get the opportunity to pass the safety car. It is indeed 3 DNFs, lap 4. Hicklin bang on with the prediction.
Well
So
done.
it's got to cost the two guys who have pit here already, obviously. But I don't know. Do the hard runners here switch on to the mediums? There's probably not much point in making a stop at this stage, is there?
I don't think so. I think hard runners are just gonna stick. I don't think we'll see any tire shakeups here unless some of the back runners would like to switch up their strategy. But I do think that sticking to the tire is probably the best play for about everyone. But
Crazy. Yeah, Crazy Fish,
maybe I'm
Unity
wrong.
Hush, and Vettel and Easton. So those first three drivers there, all on the mediums. They're going to be swapping onto a new compound here. Maybe just a new set of mediums. There's a very slight hold up at McLaren as Easton, who was on the hards, is now going to be switching onto the mediums. I will get confirmation here of what everybody is on. So those medium runners have gone onto the hards. So potentially, I don't know, expecting another safety car later on. Hards, I suppose you'll get them to the end from here. Just about.
Mm, potentially. I think hards to softs, albeit no safety cars, probably possible here. Um, interesting to see Easton go on to just a new set of mediums.
Yeah.
We will see VSOPO. The last two were disqualified because they were AI controlled cars at the end of the formation lap.
So you start a race on this game in AI, and you will be disqualified. It's a feature. It's not a bug.
The pack slowly condensing here. Probably one
This
more
is
lap.
nice, at least,
One
because
more
there
lap
was
of
a lot
safety
of
car.
gaps there.
Yeah, there was.
And at least now this will bring everybody in. DRS activated in a lap as well.
Gonna be an interesting restart here. Definitely gonna hopefully see some battles.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the
Turn one.
longest straight, and it's obviously quite a slow lead up to the start finish line. So there's quite a lot of power in the leading position here, as opposed to tracks like Baku and Spain. So I wonder. Evo's got to be pretty happy with the position they're in here, especially with Caesar behind on. I mean, old, not too old, but old hards. Got to be pretty pleased with the strategy
I mean,
position you're in.
Blaze and Aldaf really lucked out there. Two spins, both broke their front wings. Gonna get a
Oh, there's another spin. Easton's round.
uh, no damage. It looks like
No damage,
that.
just probably dipping a toe in the grass coming through spoon. We will do another lap behind. Oh no, we won't. We
Or
won't do
not.
another lap. Myland are leaving it as late as possible, which puts Evo in a bit of a precarious position here. But he should be fine. Muddy Biscuit is getting right up behind that Red Bull, driving alongside the Red Bull. That's not in the rule book. Gets caught out as
There
well.
we
That's
go.
karma for it. Oh no! There's a massive crash. There's a huge crash.
Oh.
It is absolutely monumental stuff as Vettel slips down the inside of the Ferrari there as well. Oh, Crazy Fish, I think, was going side by side with Unity. They made contact, took out two cars behind as well. Oh dear.
Hush got picked up in the crash as well. Oh yeah,
Yeah, Muddy
bad
Biscuits caught
stuff.
out too. No front wing on that Ferrari. Oh,
Fortunate. Evo once again, great start. Comes out of the safety car, perfect position. 1 point through the gap to Cesar behind. Easton chasing down Vettel now. Tire difference, mediums versus hards. Just gonna stay within DRS. Flying down the straight. Biscuit and Blaze going at it. Oh, Muddy Biscuit.
yeah, but Biscuit with no front wing, I think he's going to struggle to defend there.
Into the pits Biscuit goes.
That's expected. Easton v Vettel, our closest battle then now. These guys have got to be praying for another safety car.
Biscuit going under the hards. I think he can probably make that stick.
Yeah, 19. Oh. Unity on the soft compound tyre. That is what you love to see. Giving it everything. Gonna go absolutely wild for like 3 laps until they've gone off. It will be absolutely melting by the time he gets around the S's.
Easton closing up a little bit here to Vettel. About a half a second the gap here.
And closing fast. Vettel must have some kind of damage or something. He's lost a lot of time. He got the overtake on Muddy Biscuit, and then ever since then, the gap to the McLaren behind has been dropping rapidly.
DRS enabled now.
Again, only one zone a lap though, so Easton needs to hold this for another 3 sectors before he'll get an opportunity to use it.
Might even get an opportunity this lap.
Alpine has to have damage, surely. Maybe not. He's actually gaining on the
Really
Red Bull
doesn't look
ahead.
like it.
No, yeah. I know Vettel has been quite eager so far with the ZRS, and he's at a 25% disadvantage to that McLaren behind.
DRS enabled for Easton. Trying to get a little extra push down the straight here.
Gonna see overtake here. Is he gonna try and get it done through 130R?
DRS is open.
No, I think he's backing off. I think that's wise. You don't really want to be pushing it down here, especially when you've got a DRS straight coming up in 3 corners time. But with such a sharp chicane here, you need a good exit.
He's got one.
Yeah, pretty even between the two. There goes the front wing.
DRS and ERS.
I think Vettel's going to keep this. He is, yeah. Gap half of what it was last lap, though.
Indeed. Into the S as we go.
He's very quick through the S's, is Easton. He's losing time in Sector 2, though. I think this corner, Vettel's starting to pull away a little bit through there. There he goes again. Way better run through Sector 2. And then just with the slipstream coming down the back straight, Easton's pulling it back, but he's not quite close enough still to get it moved on.
Yeah, Vettel's really mastered turn 9 there. He's able to get in quick and get out even quicker.
Despite being on harder tires as well.
Yeah, just leaving Easton unable to capitalize on these long straights. Just keeping within the toe here for Easton. 2/10 the gap. As we go now to turn 16 and 17.
Oh, it's a good run for the McLaren.
Oh, yeah. Well, you look for it here.
It's got to be. Yeah. And I think, Vettel got stuck in 4th gear on the exit of the final corners there too. They're going to go side by side. Oh, but Vettel just ahead again. Beautiful.
Brilliant defense from Vettel. Easton still has, I believe, 20% ERS difference there.
And maybe that's just what he's looking to do at the moment, just wear down the reserves that Vettel has so that when he gets by, he doesn't have to really worry about being overtaken again. I'll just pull it over to the right to try and break a little bit of slipstream.
Oh,
Easton's late going into the hairpin. Very late, but maybe timed it perfectly.
Brilliant stuff. Easton goes a little bit deep, is able to recover out of it. Right on the back.
No.
Side
I think that was
now.
The moment.
All the way down. Vettel using all of his ERS into turn 15. He will keep the position.
Oh, it's a big corner cut from Easton as well. Got to have had a warning for that at least.
Oh, he gets a great exit, Easton does. DRS. He's got the slipstream as well. Oh, this one's going to be close. Right on the back tire, goes around the outside. Oh, brilliant defense. Again.
Gorgeous.
Brilliant, even with the tire difference.
Yeah, picked his line early. Stuff. Knew the spot he was going for, and beautiful again from the Alpine.
Great job by Vettel through the S's.
Struggling there.
Yeah, a little shaky. Out of 9. It's quite a tricky corner. Oh, Easton. Beautiful exit out of 11. Just waiting, biding his time. 2.5 the gap. Sorry, not 2.5. 2/10.
2/10.
Not 2.5 seconds.
He's pulling away. He's using ARS, and he just doesn't need to.
Oh,
Oh, that was poor. There we go. That's what Vettel needed. And away he
he will get
goes.
DRS. Easton does
For a
still get
second,
DRS.
look at that. Wow.
Just a little mistake there.
That's exactly what Vettel needed. It gives him a chance as well to not push as hard this lap and cool those tyres a little bit, because he's been losing time to Caesar, just not by much. But when his tyres are 4 laps younger, and he's using ERS like he's using, you would expect him to be gaining a little bit. It is happening this lap. Maybe now he's not under pressure. He's picking the lines that he wants to pick, but he's definitely struggling now where he was dominating sector 2. Those slow speed corners, especially the exit, the hairpin here, he's not as confident as he once looked. Six tenths now, the gap dropping to 5. Easton's closed this up quite rapidly, as you would expect to do on those softer tyres as well. Use DRS to do it though. It's more even than it ever has been. Maybe Easton has to change strategy here and consider trying to get the move done before the DRS zone. He's had opportunities to get it done through 130R and not taken them.
Mm-hmm. ERS difference. Have about the same amount of ERS here. So Easton gonna really just have to rely on the DRS. Definitely not gonna be able to pull it off on this straight. Evo will jump into the pits though. And he will come out on a fresh set of mediums. So all goes to plan. It will come out just behind Blaze, maybe.
Is that not a medium to medium stop for Evo? I think that is.
That's it.
I think so. I think that's a mistake there. Now, obviously, the mediums can do 13 laps, but he's going to have to pit again in order to not get disqualified.
Late softs, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Easton has finally managed to get past Vettel as he struggled again there on the exit of turn 9, a corner that we were once praising him for, and he's lost out now finally. So Easton released, but probably looking for a stop in a few laps.
Mm-hmm. Vettel, he's still with him. Vettel is, even on the hards. He does have quite a bit more ERS. He is, I believe, looking to stay within a DRS range here. I don't think he'll be looking for an overtake anytime soon, but he is closing up quite a bit here.
I know, with the runs he's had through this chicane the last few laps, I reckon he reckons he can have that McLaren again. Here they go then, through the final corner. Oh, DRS for the Alpine. He's using overtake. He wants this back. He wants P2, and he's going to get it. Look at the speed difference between them.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Just
way ahead.
No compound difference, he says. Hards are the same as mediums, he's saying. And he is making it work. Easton definitely going to look to take this back, though. Most 20% more ERS than Vettel.
It's interesting, though, that he needs a mistake from Vettel to do it, whereas on his first time of asking, Vettel has comfortably gotten the move done on the McLaren. So it's got to be a boost. mentally for Vettel, but he's going to need to put in a shift, as he's done before, to hold off this McLaren.
Three-tenths the gap here.
I think Easton has to switch up his strategy and try and get this move done on this straight. He's consistently gaining, but he's losing through this chicane. The run, I thought he's cut it, and there we go.
Oh.
There's the penalty. It was always going to happen. I've seen him do it a few times, and a 3-second time penalty because he's just struggling with that chicane when he's in the dirty air. Now he's losing out. Vettel using ERS. He's going to hold this position once again because Easton can't get it done around the outside. Switches back, holds the outside, which becomes the inside line through the left-hander here. And Vettel, once again, retains position, but this time it's for P1.
Yeah, Cesar jumping in the pits. He's going hard to medium, it seems. Just the expected strategy at the start of this race.
Yeah, and 11 laps on the mediums will be comfortable with seeing Easton just as racy as well. So,
indeed.
Cesar's lost a lot of time to Evo. Obviously, he was on old hards for a while there, but Evo's going to need to pit. He has to pit again.
Easton probably going to have to jump in the pits here soon. Potentially going to try and undercut Vettel here. Just gotta keep that 3-second time penalty in the back of his mind. Still within DRS, but doesn't appear to be using any overtake, which is wise. Goes a little bit deep into the one there.
Oh no. Cesar's crashed. On the exit of the final turn.
Oh.
Or is he in the pit lane? No, he's retired in the pit lane.
Oh. Wow.
He has. So, yeah, and there goes his car again. So, a voluntary retirement from Cesar, which leaves Evo in a very strong position now. There's yellow flags, but we won't see a safety car. Yeah, I mean, Evo has a 28-second gap. It'll be a 22-second gap most likely after Easton and Vettel pit. But he's got the opportunity here to switch on to the softs before the end of this race and should still lead.
Yeah.
Right. Easton
in goes
pits.
Easton.
Yeah, so from the mediums here, he will go... Well, he can pick whatever he wants. He started the race on the soft, so I assume he's going to go... on the hard, so he's going to swap to the mediums, yeah. Again, and see those out until the end of the race. So it'll be interesting to see what Vettel does here now. Evo has already gotten ahead of him by a long way. This is going to be almost a 10-second gap between the Haas and the McLaren. Let's see here as he crosses the pit exit. 17. Oh, my days.
Another pair of mediums for Easton.
Yeah, I do wonder if he would have been better sticking out longer to try and switch onto the softs. He's not going to pull a 3-second gap on Vettel, who is presumably going to hold those at least until the end of the race, if not pit for a set of softs.
Vettel, he's still going quite strong here. I'm wondering if there's a potential option for Vettel to hold out here and try to make a go on the softs. He does have the added benefit of the 3-second time penalty. So Easton does have to worry about that penalty.
I mean, a safety car here would be a game changer.
Yeah, it would really.
But we'll have to wait and see here.
Evo is gaining to Vettel here on 9-lap younger mediums.
Almost a full second within the last lap here. 7 drivers left, all taking home a nice handful of points. .4 seconds. I mean, Vettel would need the defensive drive of a lifetime to hold this, but I think realistically his battle here is for P2, and it's a fairly easy one with that 3-second time penalty, as long as he doesn't have any spins of his own accord.
Right. Man, Evo has gained almost a second this lap on Vettel.
This is
And
such
Vettel
a
stays
dominant
out.
showing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, with that, I can probably make the safe assumption that he will be going on to the softs. I don't think 7-lap mediums would be great.
I mean, 8 laps to go here. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
8 laps to go here on the hards. This is the longest we've ever seen the hards go in this race. It would be lovely to see what tyre percentage or what wear percentage he's on here, but surely he's not going to take those to the end. Not with the battling he's been doing.
Yeah. Evo now within DRS of Vettel. Looking to reclaim his spot. Vettel using some ERS. As a back marker can be spotted in the distance, that is the McLaren of Unity Hush. And Vettel will stay out once again.
Maybe he's waiting for Easton to get to a certain gap before he pulls the trigger. Maybe he wants to give Evo a bit of a fight here and see where he's at.
Yeah. Can't say that I don't think it will be much of a fight, but you never know. He did showcase quite the defensive prowess in his battles earlier with Easton.
He certainly did. Yeah, Unity started this race on the mediums, had an incident on the safety car restart there, swapped to the soft tyres, did a few laps on those, is now back onto the hards, and we'll see this race out on those, but probably just trying to do their best not to get lapped here. Not that it'll matter. I suppose it does mean they get to race 1 lap less. Evo using overtake. Evo. Yeah, but not able to get anywhere close to that Alpine. That's a wide run from Vettel. He's got to be careful not to keep doing that, because if he Gets a penalty himself. Oh, as Easton gets another 3
Huh.
seconds. Blue flags. Evo into the pits.
Huh. Only 7 laps on the medium tire there. 8 laps now. I'm assuming he'll go on the softs here. Of course, he did go medium to medium.
So,
Yep, soft tires going on.
so Evo must reckon here then that he can pit, get back out, get past Easton, and then catch all the way up to Vettel in 5 laps.
Right. And now I'm wondering. I know it sounds insane, but Vettel could potentially get to the end here on these hearts.
Oh, he has to. He has to now. Well, he's got to try. There's
If
no
he wants
way
to win,
with a
if he wants to
21-second gap.
right?
Or does he pit? Because if he pits, he's on equal ground to Evo, right? They're on
Right.
the same tires, presumably. He'll pit for the softs here. Be on the same age tires, and then it's a straight fight. But he might not have the confidence to think he can get past Evo, and he'll probably lose a couple seconds here, at least, because he'll be on cold softs. That is if he gets out ahead. But being on old hards, I doubt it. He's gaining ERS.
Once again.
Yeah, he's gaining ERS. He doesn't need to worry about that. He's got an advantage over Evo there. Not that he'll know, but that doesn't matter. Evo's going to have to use some, at least, to get past Easton. I think Vettel might have made the right call here. I think Evo might have made the wrong call.
Yeah, I agree there. I think the fault was going medium to medium. Whether that was an accident, intentional.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Definitely not the right call. Unfortunate, but we will see if these hearts can last 5 more laps.
Hence why he's had to pit. So actually, then the smart thing definitely would have been for Vettel to try and undercut him, but Vettel won't have known he's gone medium to medium. So there's no way he would have been thinking about that. So yeah, this really is Vettel's race to lose. But what are we looking at? 23 lap old hards, near enough.
Yeah,
we're in puncture territory,
and already almost 2 seconds. Easton has gained. Evo almost within DRS range. It's gonna be quite the ending to this race.
Matty's right, and I was going to mention it there. I've switched off the camera, but we'll go back on. Those tires look awful. The amount of graining on the inside of those front tires is horrific. It's bad on the back as well. He's going to have his work cut out for him here.
Evo is closing here within DRS. 3/10 the gap. He's got ERS, DRS, and the toe. That's the fastest lap of the race. He will go side by side with the McLaren. Around the outside he goes, and he will make that stick. Evo on 2-lap old softs will begin to chase down Vettel with 4 laps to go, 15 seconds, and an overtake to make.
Comfortable in the end there for Evo, but I don't think that was really in doubt. He was going to get that move done, especially Easton with his 6 seconds of penalties. But now comes the big one. 14. That's a big gap.
Mm-hmm.
And he's used almost all of his ERS as well.
Right.
It's not going to be easy. I'm sure we'll find out afterwards where the fault lied and if he didn't change his strategy at various points or if it was just the fault of the game. But it definitely wasn't a smart strategy call. It's cost him so far, but Evo comes around the final corner now to make it 3 laps to go. With the defensive performance we've seen from Vettel so far, although as I say that, he now gets overtaken by the lapped car of Unity, who's on 10-lap-old hards. Maybe strategic, maybe to give him DRS. I can't see it being the case, but it's starting to drop off now.
Evo's got to shave off almost 4 seconds a lap here. And it's just looking increasingly unlikely.
4 seconds a lap, plus overtake someone who has been incredibly good at defending so far. Vettel's got my vote. I think he's got to have this in the bag.
$10.5. It's about the gap. Slowly coming down. And Evo's only looking at shaving 2 seconds this lap so far.
Oh, was that a puncture? It's a puncture! It is a puncture! I saw it! His rear right is gone. He's spun out completely. He will get back into the pit lane. No, he's not. He's gonna... Vettel is staying out.
Well done.
Oh, dear.
10-second time penalty as well. Oh.
I suppose at that point, there wasn't much point in pitting with a 10-second time penalty to boot. He's got 2 laps to go, and he's just going to trundle his way around here. And once again, the podium, and more importantly, the race winner flips. Oh, it was always going to be a tough ask.
Did he get a puncture while braking?
No, he got a puncture going through 130R. It flashed. I could see that the tyre disappeared for a very brief second, and then as he hit the brakes, just spun. I tell you what, there's a little bit of a fight going on here as well between Drastic Blaze and Muddy Biscuit, but I think with Biscuit being on 18-lap-old hards, he'll struggle. But I tell you what, he can't be confident when he sees the Alpine ahead of him with the popped rear tyre. Muddy Biscuit could be in a danger zone here as well.
Yeah. And the gap almost under a second here for Muddy Biscuit. He could have something. He's gonna need quite the lap here in order to pull that one off with a 18-lap.
He's got an ERS advantage, so if he's got lower downforce, which it seems like he has, as long as he can keep it within a second going into the chicane here, which he should do, he'll have a chance at least closing the gap, but he's got to make it done this lap. This is the only DRS zone left for them in this race. So if he doesn't get it done here, he's going to need to get it done on the back straight. And I tell you what, on 20-lap old hards, oh no, this could be disaster for Muddy Biscuit. It's going to determine the podium here. 4/10 the gap between them as they make their way to turn 1. This is going to be a very close fight all the way through now to the final corner. Surely there's not more drama left in this race. I will say, if Unity if Unity gets a wiggle on here, he can find himself in P6, which would be a decent recovery from what's gone on. So he is going to find himself in P6. There you go.
Vettel will retire. He pushed the effort. Tried to push the tires to the end.
Oh, it was the right call. Yeah, it's gutting for him.
He played for the win. And it backfired.
The gap 666 between Muddy Biscuit and Drastic Blaze. Ferrari versus Mercedes Power. One last opportunity to get the job done. Evo crosses the line. He will win this race. Easton will comfortably finish in P2, but this is a battle between Muddy Biscuit and Drastic Blaze as they make their way into 130R. It's not going to be enough. The Mercedes is going to come out on top, barring any major drama through the final turn. He'll keep out in front and come P3 to finish off the podium. Muddy Biscuit with a great race. Unfortunately, can only get P4 after he was caught up in that incident on the safety car restart. Tyres just too old, but only 0.3 between them in the end. Evo with a great performance. I will put the tyre situation down to the game, but that is unfortunate for Vettel. What a fairy tale story that could have been.
Well, Vettel has said tires are just barely at 80%.
It's got to be disappointing. Right, well, what I will do is try and get some of our podium sitters in. Get your interview questions ready, London. We'll try and
Oh boy.
get some opinions on the race there. So as we watch the podium celebrations here as well. Haas on top once again.
Brilliant stuff. For me, though. Barring the mistake made with the medium to medium, or not a mistake. Would have been quite the finish. But tire degradation, always a killer.
Right, well, we've got the race winner in, so may as well let you take it away. Evo, I'll ask you quickly first.
Yep.
Mistake on your part or mistake on the game for the tires?
Mistake on my part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanted one click down on the front wing and accidentally done tires instead of front wing. So
Wow. So you were. Wow. That must have been nerve-wracking then when you saw Vettel out in front.
I was hating myself. Yeah.
Oh, well done on keeping your head in the game and still getting a
Well
result
done.
there.
Yeah, great recovery drive.
Cheers.
Obviously, you were slightly late to qualifying, but fairly comfortable through that as well.
Yeah. I knew I had good pace because I'd done a race around here earlier in the week, so I had a setup which I felt comfortable with. I just tweaked it a little bit just to suit the corners a bit more than straight line speed and managed to find more time. So
I mean, the entire time we were watching you, the car looked perfectly stable throughout. It never looked like you were in any danger, really, of spinning at any point that I saw, at least.
there was quite a few times on the exit of the hairpin, Dunlop curb, and the exit of Spoon. Them three corners, I had to be really quite cautious on the throttle. I couldn't put it on as much as I wanted to, so I could just feel the back end just floating away a little bit. So it was fun.
It must have been a little colder track temperature must have been a little bit lower than normal because there were quite a few people really struggling out of the hairpin. Much more so than usual. Surprisingly, it didn't seem like the S's really claimed many victims and that people were pretty stable through there. But yeah, you didn't show it, so kudos for that as well.
Yeah. In all fairness, GG to Vettel. I know he had the puncture at the end, but he would have been on for the race. And also Caesar Wizard as well. He had some amazing pace, keeping up with me, really pushing me. And obviously Easton on the podium as well. So yeah, GG to them three.
Yeah, I think on another day there could have been a number of winners there, but congrats to you.
Thank you.
Any questions, Lando? Anything to ask? Lando.
Not really. Just a brilliant recovery drive following the tire mistake. Yeah, great race, mate.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. Thank you to everybody for watching as well. Races, as always, on the RSF1 channel at 8 p.m. We'll be back for Division 1 same time next week. Division 5 is going to be on Tuesday. That's always an exciting one. And it'll be myself for that again. So hopefully see you there. Congratulations to our podium sitters and to you once again. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Thanks very much.